It's time now for my Kara's Cures, and we always talk a lot about the importance of peace and wellness in our lives, especially right now during this crazy time.
There are actually new courses you can take at the Graduate Institute to help you learn how to create more peace and well-being. We can be taught?
Yes, we can be taught.
We can be taught?
That is true. It's a skill. Bruce Cryer is the new president of the Graduate Institute and is here to tell us more because, Bruce, you can teach us to be peaceful, right?
Absolutely, Kara. Nice to be here. Nice to talk to you again. And good to see you, Scott.
It's good to see you too. All right, so what's the first step on the way to better health and wellness?
Wow. Well, first of all, is to recognize that as humans, we are a whole system. The word holistic means we're a whole system. I'm a cancer survivor. When I got the diagnosis, do you think it affected me mentally, emotionally?
Oh, absolutely.
Spiritually?
Yeah. Well,
of course, right?
Yeah, right.
We're under this thing called COVID right now. Do you think it's a global thing? Everybody's in the world is dealing with it. So we are a whole system. So in helping get more peace, we have to understand we are a whole system. So there could be our mind going crazy, our emotions going crazy, and our body not doing the best, let alone the spirit. So trying to get it all in a coherent, more balanced state is ultimately what the purpose of the Graduate Institute is. And so a simple way I'm happy to share right now is to simply breathe and breathe in a steady rhythm. So you're breathing in and out through the heart being a very powerful generator, obviously, in our bodies. And as you can get the heart more balanced, that enables the entire body to become more balanced. So if you're on the phone or right now listening to this conversation, just imagine you could breathe in and out through your heart. Notice that as you do that, slowing down your breath compared to a normal breath, you start to feel calmer. And then if you can add to that process a feeling of gratitude. I'm new to Connecticut, only 5 months. The fall colors are amazing here. I was driving around yesterday and thinking, oh my God, this is really crazy. Gratitude. Right. So gratitude combined with breathing through your heart is a surefire way to get to the peace that we're probably all wanting right now.
And Bruce, you have quite the background because you used to be on Broadway. You've gone to helping found something a lot of people know, Heart Math, and also now coming to the Graduate Institute where they already have so many unique speakers. I've interviewed Deepak Chopra there, Caroline Myss, Bernie Siegel, really the stars of well-being. So tell us a little bit more about what people can learn there and why you say the future is holistic.
Well, I love that line, the future is holistic. And I think this time that we're living in makes it more obvious than ever that we need to kind of rethink certain aspects of our lives. Because when you're in a period where so much feels restricted, where you can't do things you normally love to do, it makes you think, well, what could I do on my own? How could I enrich myself in any way? And so at the Graduate Institute, we've been around for 20 years now. And the speakers that you mentioned, Bruce Lipton, who's a brilliant epigeneticist, now spoke recently at one of our sessions, and just a range of remarkable speakers in many different fields, not just about health. So basically, we're into the ideas of integrative health and healing, as I had to do when I was dealing with cancer. What else can I be doing besides the treatment that I was getting to nourish my emotions and nourish my spirit, et cetera? So we have this integrative health and healing, which explores multiple different modalities, because again, I'm not just my body, my emotions were needed addressing, let alone my mental preoccupations too. So integrative health and healing is all about that. Then another of our programs that's very popular is called Learning and Thinking. Teachers especially love this. Of course, so many teachers, name one that's not, are so challenged now, so overwhelmed now, doing the best they can, remarkable humans able to be so flexible and figure out how to do things in spite of the craziness and the uncertainty. But the programs that we have around learning and thinking are kind of a thirsty drink for somebody that's been desperate in terms of learning new ways to even look at the world and look at teaching and look at parenting and looking at being more effective as people. How do we think? How do we get stuck in patterns? One of my favorite programs is called Consciousness Studies and Transpersonal Psychology. Now that could sound kind of woo-woo, but it's very down to earth because the whole intention of it is to give us tools for uplifting ourselves, especially in times like this when it's so crazy and so stressful.
Yeah, listen, when people like Scott are learning to meditate, it's no longer woo-woo. A lot of people say, wait, well, that might be too woo-hoo, but why would you say the work at the Graduate Institute, in about 45 seconds or less, is now not just a nice thing to have, but actually really relevant and necessary?
On the level of our own health alone, having gone through cancer, staph infections, double hip replacement, salmonella poisoning, when you don't have your health, so much is wrong with your life, and it's very hard to uplift yourself when you don't. But I think right now we're at a very unique opportunity in history where many people are realizing I have choices I still can make in spite of what seems like such a restriction. And the Graduate Institute provides us with new ways of thinking about creative writing, about organizational leadership, about things that matter to people and people are thinking about in addition to the integrative health stuff. So to me, it's like this is the time to reset ourselves individually and say, what do I really want to be doing in the next phase of my life? And that could be just in terms of my own personal growth and becoming a learner again, instead of being just in a job and forgetting, oh, wait a minute, I could continue learning as I go. Who says you stop when you finish college or something? So to me, it's an exciting time in spite of the uncertainty and in spite of how crazy and chaotic and stressful it can be.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And there is a virtual information session coming up from all the programs. Maybe you just want a certificate program or something brief, or you want to get a master's in consciousness. This is tomorrow, 5:30 to 6:30 via Zoom.
Yeah, to learn more and sign up, visit learn.edu/events. I'm just calm listening to him. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce. We're going to keep breathing.
Thanks.